Alexa, play some ocean sounds, please.
Sounds of the Ocean from Spotify.
Thank you for joining Manifest Wisely. Alexa, volume one, please. Thank you for joining Manifest Wisely. If you're new, please subscribe. This is going to be a live reading. It's going to be a career focused reading, okay? A couple reads ago was full of pentacles. So if this, excuse me, is resonating with you, go check that out. What do we have for this collective today? What do they need to know regarding their career? At least that's what I was getting earlier as the channeling. So let's see how it comes out, right? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Except you don't want a business partnership like you're on the Three Stooges, do you? Because then it seemed like everything went wrong. Right? In those episodes, you ever see one of those? So there's one guy angry, bossing everybody around. The Eight of Pentacles. Talk about being industrious with yourself. Ain't nothing stopping this collective. Oh no, getting that bag, working on that money. I just read unemployment is forecasted to go down to like 3%, which is good. Seven of Pentacles, if only it was enough, right, collective? And I think that's kind of the Seven of Pentacles. It's like, oh, well, this is good, but, right? And it's like you were at the 8 and now you're kind of at this 7. And it's like, well, sometimes you have to reinvest here or you lose some money there, or, maybe you had to get a new washing machine or whatever it was. And then it's like, well, that's not exactly how I wanted it to look. And now this is where I'm at. So you're kind of taking stock of that right now, I believe, for a lot of you. Okay. And remember, if this message is not resonating, it's just not your message today. Okay. Could be happening to you or somebody around you, and somebody around you who is quite successful at that with this Five of Wands. Okay. Now, you may see this as competition for funds, but I'm reading it as, competition to succeed type thing. Okay. We'll get some clarification on that as well. Let's get an outcome, please, too, regarding career and finances for the collective. So maybe you are thinking about entering a field that is competitive already. Knight of Wands and the outcome here. Maybe somebody's going to have a honey-do list pretty soon. I'm not sure. They say all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy, right? And what was that movie, The Shining, where he literally goes crazy out there? So don't get yourself all stirred up. Seven of Cups, falling into traps. Make sure you stay on the straight and narrow path and just focus on your work, okay? That's, I think, what you've been doing, all right? But I feel like there's been plenty of times or obstacles to kind of trip you up, and even ones where like you had an emotional attachment or connection to the person that you were doing business with. Yeah, the Fool card. And you took a risk and sometimes it didn't work out, okay? But some of the risks that you took, did work out. And that's why you're sitting here at the Eight of Pentacles, okay? It's just sometimes it can be a little bit precarious, right? And then, not only that, you're talking about, sometimes your business partners are your friends or your relatives or your significant other. And it's like, you got to think really carefully before taking that leap with those people, because it can change the type of relationship that you have, right? And that could be why you're looking at your pentacles here as 7, kind of like wondering, like, did I make the right investment? And potentially for some of you, you could have lost out, right? Because maybe somebody else wasn't holding up their end of the bargain. Yeah, King of Swords. So then you got to cut them out, right? Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. And that's exactly what the King of Swords would do. Like, a King of Swords is a shrewd business person as well. Like, they're going to also know how to negotiate, okay? It's kind of like, you know, how the King of Pentacles just has all the money and they're very authoritarian about it. The King of Swords is successful, but is like more shrewd about it, like has to be more clever about it in a way. It's not just from brute strength or whatever. 4 of Wands. So potentially you're looking at this person, this King of Swords, or you are, and you're looking to see like what you can make out of this that's going to, you know, kind of give you that picturesque view that you've been seeing in your mind's eye. Okay. You know, maybe for some of you that's a white picket fence. Maybe for some of you that's where you can see the mountains or you can see the ocean. Like, you're really trying to make your, you know, your pentacles here, your career work for you. And it's like, is that going to be enough to sustain me, right? And it's like, do you have this in you, this King of Swords, to kind of come to the surface and say, well, this is kind of the deal that I want, and this is the kind of deal that I'm making, right? This King of Swords isn't necessarily waiting for the deals, they're going and making them, okay? So that could be you or somebody coming in to work with you, collective, okay? And again, potentially coming to work with you because it is a competitive type of industry, or even competitive, like people see that you are working on your success, and then there's other people that want to come into that and say they want to be involved. Yeah, Empress, because they see you glowing up. They see it's coming if it hasn't already happened. Okay, that's Libra again, and we already have the King of Swords, and now we have the 9 of Pentacles. Yeah. So even if, and this is the pre-Empress, right? So even if you haven't hit that Empress status, like you're going to be viewed very successful just on your own accord, okay? And that's some of this swirling, like, well, you know, gonna have a few people knocking at your door, right? Like, saying, let me in, let me in. And the, you know, kind of in the outcome here, only one stands, right? This Knight of Wands. Is it going to be the one that you want? Okay. Or maybe this is you getting that gumption up to go towards somebody that you want to have and share this abundance with. Okay. Nine of Wands. So, this feeling of if it's enough or not, like that's kind of coming to the surface. That could be something that kind of comes up as a struggle for you or the other person that you're working with, because it's like if they haven't hit the finish line before, it's kind of that, well, you know, a little bit nervous energy. 10 of Wands. And yeah, here is that finish line, right? So I feel like maybe you two together, or whoever you're entering this assignment with, it's gonna be you're gonna like kind of knock down some walls, and it's gonna, you know, kind of heat the glow up from here on out. Yeah, Queen of Cups. And then you're going to be able to relax a little bit more and get into outside of maybe such a busy, yeah, Temperance, Patience, such a business, like when you're like, well, when's my payoff happening? Well, it's coming, right? So you can kind of get into um, a better abundance mindset. I mean, you already have the Empress here, but it's because people see that coming up, okay? Um, so you might be somebody who does business deals as well. Like it might not just be your partner. Okay. So if you happen to be a woman or, somebody who's not thought of as normally doing, negotiations or something like that, people might be surprised to find that, oh, you did that, or that's you. Um, Let's see what else we can do here. Clarifying for this collective. Yeah, I feel like a lot of you collective took this huge leap of faith here with the Fool card. So let's see if we can get some clarification about what this is. The Moon. Yeah, you stopped worrying about what other people were thinking about what you're working on and you just started to go for it, okay? It was just kind of like, yeah, you were able to, take a breath and just like, yeah, look at you. You're so happy when you're working and it's no longer this mystery. It's no longer this struggle of the 7 of Cups. It's the Empress coming to claim, okay? And kind of like even being comfortable to entertain an Empress, like if you're not the Empress in this reading, okay? 7 of Swords. So, for some of you, you could have been worried about future betrayals, but that's something that you're putting in the past and you're still moving forward with the Fool card, okay? Like you're not letting it hold you back anymore. And you're like, look, I uncovered what it was, and now, yeah, I have these 7 pentacles to deal with, okay? Right, Queen of Swords, yeah. So now you're looking at things just a little bit more carefully. Opposite the King of Swords as well, some more Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. This could be somebody you're dealing with currently, okay? This could be aspected in your chart as well, the Magician. King of Swords. So is this King of Swords helping you manifest something, or are you manifesting something with this King of Swords? Okay. Whatever it is you want, right? The 7 of Cups. And yeah, you do have options. You do have choices. How many of them you want and where it's going to lead you, that's something that's up to you. So right now you might have a choice between jobs. You might have a choice between careers. Maybe you're not sure if you want to travel more or something before getting into a certain kind of partnership or something like that. I mean, there could be things that come up, and again, that's this 5 of Wands, this competition of energy here. Okay, it's not necessarily people. Yeah, 9 of Swords. So you could struggle a little bit about directionally, because you don't want to disappoint anybody. Okay, but that's just part of, learning to make your boundaries, okay? And with the Empress and the 9 of Pentacles here, I don't think you need to really worry about that. King of Cups. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. So yeah, I feel like there's going to be some more emotionally stable energy coming towards you, perhaps. The Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, King of Cups. The Chariot, Cancer again. So somebody willing to, kind of give you a ride, like, hey, do you need any help? I can, like carry you the rest of the way. Like I'm not like taking over, but I'm just, aren't you going that way? Okay, me too. Like let me help be your guide, because you might need a little bit of protection, or you're kind of journeying alone and so am I, so why don't we journey together, that sort of thing. 8 of Swords. Ooh wee. Yowza. Why is this Eight of Swords here with this Knight of Wands? Does somebody want you to be confused? Three of Wands. Somebody definitely wants you to travel towards them or wants to travel towards you. You could be traveling soon. This could also you being like not living in the same location as whoever you're kind of dating at the moment, right? And Judgment here on top of the Ten of Wands. Like, can you get any more final than Judgment and the Ten of Wands? You know, yeah, you're not looking for anybody that's slick, right? You're looking for what's going to get the job done, what's going to keep you secure, right? What's not going to keep you up at night. You're just kind of, yeah, like this is going to be poof, because you're in a lighter mode now, okay? Anybody that thought they could keep you tied up like this, it's going to keep shifting out, okay? And I think that's why this Queen of Swords is here, you know, kind of to remind you that, you know, when you cut out those other distractions, then you get to focus on your pentacles and growing them in the manner that you see fit, right? Okay. And then you have, you know, this masculine energy here helping with the manifestation, okay? And, you know, kind of narrowing that choice to see what's going to best fit you, right? So, you know, maybe this part here was a distraction for a while. Like, you know, maybe dating, you know, this little love heart was a distraction for a while for you, and it was like keeping you from what you wanted to do. Because maybe you weren't in the right partnership or something. Maybe once you cut that out, you're like, oh my gosh, my life has gotten so much better. I mean, it does happen, right? Otherwise, people would never break up, right? And I'm not saying that that's what you're going through or anything. It's just an example of how certain things that we think are good for us end up creating distractions and keeping us away from what we really are desiring, okay? And that in part is going to bring you into this true partnership, okay? So anybody that kind of like thought they were like, oh, hey, I know that so and so, you know, like the other day I was out and somebody told me that they knew the bartender. Like they made it sound like they went way back. No, they didn't actually know them. They knew that they worked there at the place. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's going to be like one of those like, hey, oh, I know, so, you know, and it's like, you know what? If you were not on the bus a while ago, you know, like that ship has sailed. You're like, I'm not waiting for it. I done moved on. And that's what this is kind of like, people wanting you to be up in your head about it. And it's like, you know, especially like if you went off to a different job or even just a different department or whatever, people are like, oh, I can't believe they left me, right? You know, or why did they get promoted and I didn't, and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, you know what? Everybody has their own choices in life. Sorry you chose differently than I did, right? But don't get mad at me about it, okay? So yeah, I feel like you're putting distance between yourself and people that want to see you kind of in this struggle bus mentality, okay? Yeah, you're definitely over it. All right, let's go ahead and pull some Moonology cards for this new moon. So I hope you have some wonderful manifestations. You know what? I think I'll go ahead and do some Animal Oracle deck just because it is a new moon. I definitely say the animals get crazier during the full moon than the new moon. However, just to balance it out, maybe that means they're ultra chill during the new moon, is that? Everybody do a test tomorrow with your pets. Oh, mine's whining at me. There's never enough treats, I swear to God. Lord have mercy. And it's like, I can't pause it right now. I'm doing a live, okay? You know what I mean? Otherwise, I would. I want to stay tapped in this energy properly. She needs to learn. Like, I'm at her beck and call, I swear to God. Anyway, we got Pisces, Libra, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius a couple times, Pisces, partnership. What was I talking about earlier? I got 2 cards that came out. Accept yourself and your colorful personality. Feel confident about being you. You are a joy bringer. Let your community nourish and protect you. Ask for help. Teamwork will give you the best results. Yeah, you're a joy bringer. So if somebody is wanting you to be like a Debbie Downer all the time and worried all the time, well, what about this? And what about this? And it's just like they can't let you have a moment's peace. Just be like, excuse me, I'm a joy bringer. So, you know, and I'm only one person. What about the rest of humanity? What are they doing to bring joy into the world? Okay? How's that song go? Joy to the world? Elk, nobility. Dun, 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 dun. You ever see that movie, The Queen? And she runs across the elk in the field. It's a very, like, powerful moment in the movie. You know, regardless of what you think about the storyline and whatnot, it was a nice cinematic moment. Okay. Celebrate your accomplishments. It's me trying not to politicize everything, right? Celebrate your accomplishments with humility. You are crowned with success. Powerful forces guide you. Your ability to conquer challenges is limitless. Yeah, so there's been other people that have wanted to put limits on your success, right? And that's partly why you're taking the pause here at the 7 of Pentacles, because you're trying to figure out, is it enough for what you want to do, right? So that's part of this Queen of Swords, this King of Swords, cutting out any negativity surrounding your goals, because what you need now is the brain power to figure out how to achieve them. You know, how to, you know what I mean? Like maybe you're somebody who's going to start shipping things. So maybe you need to figure out how you're going to do the postage. You know, where are you going to get your supplies at? You know, have a business plan. Like, you know, don't just like try and like walk in the door and say like it's going to happen. Like, you know, you need a little bit of pre-work, okay, involved. And perhaps, again, that's this partnership that you're going to be, you know, encountering here, okay? Goose, inner knowing. You are a brave traveler. Three of Wands came up, okay? Your soul knows the way. Be confident. You will achieve your destination. Loyal friends are always with you. Don't worry, you are blessed. Let yourself fly. Okay. So yeah, don't get all tied up, right? And here's the thing is like when you are opening up a new business or something, is every single thing going to go right? No, you're going to have all sorts of things go wrong. But you know what? There's going to be good days too. And, you know, overall, as long as you stay open, you're turning a profit, right? Or, you know, however your career goals are, you know, maybe it is opening up your own business. Maybe it is just a new job that's going to be more money. So you're going to be able to do more things that you enjoy. You know, you won't, you know, beyond that. And, you know, maybe that could require you to move as well. You know, and you're just like, I'm tired of struggling. I'm tired of fighting, you know? And it's like, well, but over here it's a little better. And it's like, wow, it is. You know, life can be easy sometimes. So I'm not saying it's, you know, completely without challenges, but sometimes we put certain things in front of ourselves that's unnecessary, right? Again, not saying it's not true. That. Okay. Keep going here and get y'all some Moonology messages before I hang me up to dry. Wrung me out too many times. Oh, I wish I had made that concert. That was just one of those. Rarely have I ever missed a concert, but it has happened, and I remember like almost every single one of them. Some of them I ended up seeing, but some I did not. So there's, I like to say I'm not an onion, I'm a jawbreaker. Believe in the impossible. This literally just came out in the last reading. I feel like it's just, what? Come on now. Well, maybe that's the message, huh? Show the world the real you. Yeah, maybe you're way more of a fighter. Maybe you're way more shrewd. Maybe you're way more industrious than people ever gave you credit for, right? And, you believing in yourself, what other people didn't think was possible is, the impossible, right? Because it's not in their brain, but it's definitely in yours, okay? Communication is key. Yeah, you had some Gemini on the board here as well. So, anytime you're getting into business, going over your contracts, understanding who's liable, you know what I mean? Having the right people involved. So you might need to start networking more, or, just your commitment is being tested. Yeah, I think that's why this Eight of Swords popped up, because that's just to say that there's always going to be these little things or snafus, or somebody wants you to do this and that and the other thing, and sometimes you're going to have to say no. Sometimes people aren't going to like it, but and you're going to make mistakes, but you just have to keep going one at a time, right? Like there's no I would say other way around it, okay? Unless you just decide to quit, and then but then what are you gonna do? It's like you have to do something, right? Luck is on your side. New moon in Sagittarius, but we have a new moon coming up, and it is Sagittarius season. So, I hope you enjoyed that message. Surrender to the divine. So, some people say money is the root of all evil. Well, that happens to be our legal cash and tender at the moment. And, when you're doing kind of what you love and in that pocket, then you should be able to have enough to support yourself and your family and, all those kind of things, barring, terrible inflation and stuff like that. Okay. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, there's somehow a way is laid before you. And it may not be the smoothest path. There could be some bumps in the road, and there's not to say that we're not without choices here. So this is my spelling wand, if you did not know. Got this on the road somewhere. I can't remember what town exactly, but it's nice little. So I hope your manifestations go well. And if you are looking into a new career or business venture, that maybe some of these messages that I got out here to you tonight can help you in your pursuit of that. Okay. Definitely stand tall. Yes, you do have options, but the ones that's right for you will become more clear as it adheres to the path, the correct path for you to be on. Okay. And yeah, that doesn't mean that everything always turns out right, so to speak, but you got to take the good with the bad. I don't know how else to say it, but we're still here, right? So overall, I think this was a pretty good reading for the collective. Remember this glow up you're having here, and that's partly why, so many people want to kind of come in and start partnering with you. And it might cause you a little bit of stress, but again, them coming to you, that's really a good problem to have, right? So you could have nobody knocking at your door and you're probably like, oh, but actually that would be great. Well, maybe that's the last reading, which I posted earlier today, which, that 8 of Cups there and the Hermit. So if that's more what you're looking for, go check out that reading. Okay. So until next time, please manifest wisely. Bye bye.